Hey, you! I need you to hit the subscribe button below.
Riddle taking flight, yo. Yeah. They just wanna live, they just wanna live. All I got is life, what I'm trying to give. Out here in the streets with the scattered sheep. If it ain't the money, then it's the beef. They just wanna live, they just wanna live. All I got is life, what I'm trying to give. Peeling back the pages just to bring it out. Yeah, for the kingdom, road to the riches. Road to the riches, woe to the witches. Woe to the wicked, the ones that they fingers. Clickbait and thirst trapping souls, it's a death trap. I left that, I graduated.
Get that nope. Joshua.
All right, let's
23.
bring it out.
12 and 13, because there's something interesting. There's something interesting in there.
Joshua 23.
Joshua chapter 23, verse 13.
12 and
Verse
13.
12. Else, if you do in any wise go back and cleave unto the remnant of these nations,
Right? Like Officer Michael's bringing out. Go ahead.
even these that remain among you, and shall make marriages with them,
And shall make marriages with them that remain among us. Go ahead.
and go in unto them, and they to you,
And they to you. Go ahead.
know for a certainty that the Lord your God will no more drive out any of these nations from before you.
Now, he said he's not going to drive out these nations before you. So now, people say that God, lost of our people say that God love everybody, right?
Right.
So if he say don't go in unto him, because you got to finish 13. If he say don't go in unto him, then how did he ordain that marriage?
He did.
He didn't ordain that marriage. Go ahead. Let's read the verse 13.
It says, but they shall be snares and traps unto you, and scourges in your sides, and thorns in your eyes.
And what?
Thorns in your eyes.
That got a thorn in the eye.
She got a thorn in the eye.
Shoot, the nose.
Scourges. She was scourged and beat, choked out. Go ahead.
Until ye perish from off this good land which the Lord your God had given you.
And he was trying to make her perish.
Oh, you still alive?
Off the land.
Oh, you still alive? I'd have thought you
And just the nature of them, that he could sit there and eat thinking he had a dead body or somebody he was laying in the bed. That show he ain't never cared about that woman.
Absolutely.
Kick back, turn the game for more, and start drinking him a smoothie.
Right. That's crazy. That's crazy. What we got next?
So we got Lonnie Love.
Lonnie Love. Let's hear it.
This is part of the reason why a lot of our sisters join into these interracial marriages, because they don't have no respect for themselves and for their people, but they listen to other sisters like this right here.
When you date outside your culture and it's not your culture, there's gonna be differences. Okay?
That's
you know, I mean, I try to keep a beat with James, and I just can't keep a beat with him.
Are there any things that are almost adventurous and
So she's talking about her white boyfriend, her Edomite boyfriend.
She
white
has an
boy.
Edomite boyfriend.
Right.
Yeah, it's sad.
But wait a minute. Why we can't just keep it real and say race?
Right.
When you date outside your culture.
Right. Yep. The problem is you ain't dating outside your culture because your culture is the white man's culture. And the way we know that is because you dating them. If you understood your real culture, you wouldn't be doing that. Because your culture say you stay amongst your own people. The Jewish man, he has a culture. That's why they only date Jewish people. The Chinese man, he has a culture. That's why they only date the Chinese. It's only our people that go outside they ethnicity to find acceptance. It's only our people that do that. Go ahead, press play.
With him.
are there any things that are almost adventurous and fun, though?
That's what I'm saying.
You don't have to look at it in a negative way. You could be like, yo, there's so many new cool
it's
things
not
I'm about
negative,
to learn.
but it's a eye-opening. Like, he's different. His culture is different from mine. But when we come together, we know about compatibility. And that never changes.
What's one of those things?
Hey, pause it, man. You know what she's talking about, right?
No damn sense.
When we come together, meaning compatibility of him get in the nappy dugout.
Right.
That's all that is.
Right. Yep.
All that is.
You ain't lying. Go ahead.
What was one of those things that you really enjoyed learning about him that was like really different?
The thing that's different about him is that it's not about him being better. He's still a man.
Yeah.
But it's the loyalty that I like.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It's like I can leave.
Bruh.
You stupid. He loves you so much. He loves you so. The way he treats you. The way he talks to her.
I
He's like,
have
"Sweetie,
one friend.
honey."
I was talking to her, and it was a podcast, and you know her really well. And she's like, I don't need no man, and I
know
have
who
my
you're talking
friends,
about
and-
immediately.
Yeah. And I was like, girl, don't. And this is why I'm so emotional about it, because so many of our sisters are so lonely.
Yeah.
And they don't want to admit it. And all they got to do is just take a chance. So I don't want you to live your life without-
Hold on. So basically what you're saying is you're going to be lonely dealing with these poor black niggas that we got.
Bring it out.
That's what she's saying. She's saying you need to leave the Negro, the Hispanic and Native American man, and go get you a white man.
You're a white man.
Hey, put a picture up. Yuri, put that picture up. If you see your white man, put a picture up of her and her boyfriend, man.
And all of them crying. They up there crying.
Look like powder, man. It's desperation, is what it is.
He looked like Joey Buttafuoco. That's what he looked like. Wait till you see him, man. Put a picture up if you can, Yuri. Just put Lonnie Love boyfriend.
Wow. I got some. I can pull.
Yeah. Go ahead, bring it up.
Okay. Sirach chapter 26 verse 20. That's him right there.
Wow. No, duh, he loyal. He ain't getting nothing else. Wow. Unbelievable.
Sirach 26 verse 19 and 20.
I read it. Sirach to the 26 and verse 19.
Instructions from our God.
My son, keep the flower of thine age sound, and give not thy strength to strangers.
Give thy strength to strangers. Like we see with two examples of our sisters giving their strength to strangers.
When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession.
There's also go for I'm sure you probably got something next coming up. Like Jake, when they get into a good position in life or society, when they got millions or when they got possessions, they go and do what? Chase after the white woman, right?
Yep.
It says, give not thy strength to strangers. Verse 20 again.
When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the field.
You have chosen the woman throughout the field.
Sow it with thine own seed.
So God says, sow it with your own seed, not with a strange woman, or Edomite woman, white woman, or Chinese woman, like a lot of these entertainers do today.
Trusting in the goodness of thy stock.
It says, trusting in the goodness of the stock, because God has made us the peculiar people on this nation.
So thy race, which thou leavest, shall be magnified.
Shall be magnified, because so they could be like, whoa, this is a great nation. Like Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 7. When we are keeping these commandments and dealing with one another as the Most High instructs us.
Having the confidence of their good descent.
That confidence in the good descent, where a child wants to say, okay, I got to check my genealogy. I don't know if I'm an Israelite. I got to check my grandfather, my great grandfather. Right. Having the confidence in their descent because they know their father and their mother dealt within the law.
There you go.
Race.
Race
is in. You missed that one part. Good breakdown. I was going. Race is in the Bible.
Absolutely.
Race, exactly.
Absolutely. It's not a social construct. It's not what the white man came. No, God got race. Race is nations. That's all it is. Nations. Go ahead. You had something, Haziel?
Now, I was about to say, when she's talking about culture, like, okay, so if they got kids, like, what is a black man's culture? Because a black man's culture is basically Esau's culture.
There you go.
Like Christmas and all of that.
There you go.
That's why she's talking about compatibility.
Right.
Like, what are you kicking, Kwanzaa and Christmas?
Exactly.
Like, what's going on?
Exactly. Both y'all celebrate Christmas. Both y'all celebrate Thanksgiving. Right. Both y'all going to the Super Bowl on Sunday. Yeah. Both y'all going to homecoming. Your culture is the white man's culture. Right. You don't have
You're a white man.
Your culture is what he taught you. Fred, press play.
We ain't got to see no more.
Okay, all right, cool.
Get her out of here. Get out of here.
Stage left.
So this next video we're gonna watch. What I noticed about this is the moderator or the guy that's leading the conversation. He asks a lot of hard hitting questions. And the unfortunate part about it is that our people that's actually getting questioned, all their responses is kind of fake. But we're gonna touch on some of the things that he asks these people here. It's called Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man.
Welcome to another episode of Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man. You see, prior to 1967, if these couples were to join me on stage, they would have to look like this. Because this would have been illegal and probably still makes you a little uncomfortable. I'm joined now by Rachel and Brian of season 13 of The Bachelorette, most notably the first black bachelorette in the show's history, also joined by
You stupid.
Bruh.
That's an accomplishment.
Hey, hold up, man. Hold up, man.
Devils.
Pause it, bro. I seen clips of that show. She had black people on the show, bro.
And chose a white dude.
Yeah.
And she chose
White Jesus.
White.
Damn.
She's a Bo Buttafuoco.
She's a Bo Buttafuoco. Damn.
That looks like the Situation from Jersey Shore. You know?
Right.
She chose the Situation.
The situation.
Man.
So,
My bad. I didn't know that's what she chose.
you see how they try to flip it and bounce it with the sad music and all of that. Play to your
Made a
heart
good
and all
choice.
of that,
Trying to
yo.
get you all emotional.
Yeah. Don't let that fool y'all at home, man.
This would have been illegal, but now, hey,
Right.
and that's showing you also that this country ain't built on the laws of God.
Nope.
It ain't. It ain't. They tried to start it off by that. They tried to start there, but
The spirit is not upright.
right. They slowly went away.
But the whole "Thou shalt not steal a man," they
Right.
that whole part is threw the whole thing off.
Yep. They built it on slavery. Everything else was. They tried to do it by that. Slavery wasn't good.
Judicial system, the judicial system is our laws.
There you go.
But you know what is forgotten too, and matter of fact, I'm gonna segue. Get Romans 15:4. What's forgotten is our history, because we're taught not to learn our history.
Right.
One of the books that I've pulled out numerous times.
You got books, Ak?
Got books. Got books.
Oh, praise
But I'm just gonna, for sake of time, I'm paraphrase it. But within the plantation house, there's a section where it talks about when our foremothers started to be prey to the young men that they breastfed. You know, when they would snatch us off our mother's breast and put the white boy on the mother's breast.
Right.
And now that he's 13, 14, now the daddy says, it's time for you to take over.
Dang.
And there's many instances in there in that book of beatings, rapes of our foremothers by basically junior high and high school kids that were coming into their manhood, right, to be the new master, while their father would go out of the house or go down into the slave quarters, right? So he was teaching him to follow after his steps. Now our sisters are willingly giving themselves over.
Yep.
But we're not supposed to remember none of that stuff. Read that, what you got.
Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
The destruction of our enemies gives us hope. Okay, that's something that we're patiently waiting on. So when you are in tune with your history, you won't go down this path. But again, our people don't want to relive the history that God requires of us to know.
Right. Absolutely. Press play.
Olympic gold medalist and PK star defenseman for the New Jersey Devils. But I want to start with an email that I received, and I really want to focus on the interracial aspect of all of this, because someone asked me, they said, Emmanuel, as a black man, do you feel betrayed when you see a black woman with a white man?
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Hold on, pause.
Yes.
Pause. Yes.
100% yes.
And I'm going to show you why. Go to Toby.
I'm about to
Bring
say,
it
when
out.
you make eye contact with her, don't she give you that look
Right,
like,
Bring it out.
Want to look.
yeah,
They never.
don't
They
say
always
anything.
look away.
I feel really betrayed. I feel like I'm broken because I see my brother right here single. You know what I'm saying? He need a wife.
That's right.
See a lot of my brothers single, and I'm like, dang, these brothers keeping the commandments, and you gonna waste yourself on an Edomite.
On a dog.
It's crazy. But I'm gonna show you what the Bible said. Let's read 12 and 13.
Book of Tobit, chapter 12, verse
4 verse 12.
Tobit, verse 12.
4 verse 12.
My bad.
Brother Steve start talking about feet, women.
Yeah, right. He threw him off, man.
Oh,
he said, wife. Wife.
Oh, Cat, you got a woman for me?
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy father.
What the Bible say?
Chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy father.
Read.
And take not a strange woman to wife.
The Bible says, take not a strange woman or a strange man to wife. Read.
Which is not of thy father's tribe.
Which is what?
Not of thy father's tribe.
Read.
For we are the children of the prophets. Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred.
What did they do?
Married wives of their own kindred.
So if we understood our culture, like I was saying earlier, you would follow in the footsteps of your foremothers and forefathers. Read.
And were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the earth, the land.
Now, this is what God says we should feel, or that he feels when you do that. Read.
It says, now therefore, my son, love thy brethren.
Do what?
Love thy brethren.
Do what?
Love thy brethren.
Read.
And despise not in thy heart thy people, and not taking a wife of them.
So when you don't take a wife or a husband of your own people, you despise, you hate your own people.
Hate yourself, too.
It's self-hatred. Yeah. That's what it is. So do I feel bad? Absolutely. I'd be mad as hell. You in the midst of sin. You in the midst of sin. I hate seeing that thing. Go ahead. Press play.
But I feel some type of way. Rachel, you and I, we go back. And so I'm going to tell you something that I haven't told you.
Yeah.
Hey, the white dude looked at him like, how far y'all go back? Right. You go back with him? You can play.
Watching The Bachelorette.
Hey, hold on, pause. Jump to 1 minute and 59 seconds. Because we ain't going to go through this whole thing.
Nope.
I think about this quote, and I was thinking about this yesterday. It says, if the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? We all remember that. If the enemy of my enemy is my friend, then the friend of my enemy is my enemy. And I was thinking, historically speaking, white people are the enemy of black people. So when you see a black person with the white person, then all of a sudden you're like, wait, you're with the enemy. Have you lost friends based on who you love?
Did he acknowledge who the enemy was?
He did.
On a slick way, he did.
He acknowledged who the enemy was?
Hey, give him a round of applause for that.
Yeah, a little applause for that. It's about damn time.
So they still slept on it, though.
So if he really knew that was the enemy, Sirach 12 and 10. If he really knew, he can say it, but he didn't really believe it. He said, historically. Yeah. He didn't want to say. They always say that historically. Yeah. Negro, you are history. We in history.
To this day.
Right.
To this day.
To this day. Because guess what? You heard what the greatest president of all time said.
Oh, snap.
If you don't know history, you bound to repeat it. That's what old Trump said.
Trump said that?
The man, Trump said that. He said, if you don't know your history, you bound to repeat it. Hey, that's the man that gave me a stimulus check.
My president and yours, Donald Trump.
Until Biden give me a stimulus check,
I'm pro Biden.
and Obama give me a stimulus check, I ain't singing my president black.
Nope. Hey.
My president was Trump. His Lambo was blue. Hey,
sidebar. Hey, Deacon Nathan had one of the best Trump impressions.
Yeah.
I was like, Deacon Nathan's funny as hell with that Trump impression. He was killing yesterday.
Hey, read that Sirach 12 and 10, man.
Tobit chapter 12, verse 10.
Whoa. Brother, what book you in, brother?
We're talking about women and wives, but he's going to be flustered, bro.
Sirach chapter 12,
Speaking
verse
in
10.
patois.
Never trust thine enemy.
What the Bible say?
Never trust thine enemy.
Sometimes.
Never trust thine enemy.
Historically.
Never trust thine enemy.
The Bible says, and like you just said out of your own mouth, the white man is the enemy. The white man is the enemy. And the Bible says, never trust your enemy. Read.
No time.
For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Right. It's going to come through. It's going to come through. It's going to show up in some way, shape, or form. It may not be the first night of marriage, but that second week, he going to grab you by the hair and say, let me call you nigga.
And bow the knee.
Right. Bow the knee. That's what's going to happen. Telling you, don't trust him. You got something on that? I was giving you up.
There's more to that.
Good.
It says, though he humble himself and grow crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that he is rust, hath not been altogether wiped away.
I want to go back to what the sister said about the culture, right? First Ezra 8:69 and 7. Let's read through that. The culture. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you what his culture is. His culture is to teach you to sin. That's what his culture is.
Do it for the culture.
Yeah.
First Ezra chapter 8, verse 69.
Bring it out.
Verse 69. The nation of Israel, the princes, the priests, and Levites have not put away from them the strange people of the land.
That's the so-called white man and the Chinese and the Arab and all of those people today. Go ahead.
Nor the pollutions of the Gentiles.
Nor the what?
Pollution of the Gentiles.
Filth. The filth of the Gentiles. Make it plain. Go ahead.
To wit, of the Canaanites, Hittites, Perizzites, Jebusites, and the Moabites, Egyptians, and Edomites.
And the Edomites are your so-called white man. Go ahead.
For both they and their sons have married with their daughters, and the holy seed is mixed.
That's the point I wanted to get to, because we as a people don't see ourselves as holy.
That's true.
So we don't consider that we're mixing our seed, our holy seed, with filth.
Right.
With the filth of the earth.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And the holy seed is mixed with strange people of the land. And from the beginning of this matter,
go ahead.
The rulers and the great men have been partakers of this iniquity.
That means sin.
Right.
It is a sin.
Can't get no more clear cut than that. But it's showing you our people always dealt with that thing. We always had that issue. Showing you once again, we the Israelites. Right. We the Israelites. It ain't nothing new.
That's right.
It ain't nothing new. No other nation has that problem like we do. We the people always like, who was I driving with? I forgot who I was driving with. I'm tired of seeing the in shape brother with the big fat white woman. It drives me crazy. I'm like, brother,
the Barkley special.
You got no confidence at all in yourself.
Nope. None whatsoever.
You can get a sister, at least get a sister that's that size. If you like bigger sisters, that's fine. Get a sister that size. You go get the white woman.
You like the mumpy. He wants a white mumpy.
Right. He don't see her size.
A pink panda.
Yeah, he don't see size or color.
He don't see her size.
Fat pink pancake.
I don't see size or color, brother.
Right.
I don't think we see color because Jesus Christ died for us all. Go ahead, man. Let's go to the next video. We got 20 minutes.
Go to the Godfrey one. Nah, we don't need this one. Keep it moving.
Brother Godfrey.
Yeah.
From the tribe of Judah, Nigeria.
Oh, Godfrey.
Yeah. So we're gonna touch. He's gonna touch on the recent events that happened with the Edomites wilding out at the Capitol. They pretty much ran up in the White House.
Okay.
That's what I like to say. I know it wasn't the White House.
Right.
So he's gonna talk about that because the leader of the organization Proud Boys, this guy, he's married to a sister.
Wow.
So he's gonna touch on that.
Serious? The leader of the Proud Boys?
Yeah. Play the video.
Why is that shocking? Why is it shocking?
He was a Spanish dude though, or he just got the name.
I don't know. It could be a Spaniard.
He got that look.
Yo, play the video.
You see this dude right here? This is one of the Proud Boys. You know, all those Neanderthals that attacked the Capitol. Remember that?
As we've been saying all day.
Well, I want to show you his wife.
You say opposites attract. We were very different.
This is his wife, his black wife.
Pause.
That's his black wife.
Pause. So all you gotta do is go on YouTube and go to divorce. Look up divorce court, and you'll see this mess right here, yo. This guy's married to one of our sisters right there. The sister jumped ship, right? But keep going.
See that? And they were on one of those judge shows.
I don't want to be married anymore.
See?
I'd rather we stay friends.
All right. That's his black wife. Okay? Whether they're together or not or whatever, his black wife. And that's why whenever we talk about interracial relationships, everybody gets super sensitive, right? Because, they always say, you ever hear that saying, love transcends color. Love transcends color. First of all, we need to get rid of the word transcend.
Right.
You know how high you got to be to transcend some You know what the level of transcendental is? Okay, and black people, You know me, I'm a comedian, so I'm gonna throw in some comedy. We are the highest jumping motherfucker on the planet.
There you go.
And yet we can't seem to jump over the hurdle of racism.
Right?
Can't
do it.
Right. So
Nobody
ever wants to talk about the other.
Go to 307.
Dang, that's heavy. That's heavy.
Can't hurdle racism.
Can't hurdle racism.
I'm
Can't
seeing
do it.
something in the video though.
Huh?
That's a little bit off.
What's that?
And it appears the sister's trying to jump ship. She's trying to get out the marriage.
Yeah.
I'm about to say he about to probably bring it out. He said jump racism.
Yeah.
He's trying to run away from the curses.
Right.
He's trying to jump over the obvious.
Yeah.
Nope. You know? And let's be real. A lot of us date outside of our race. A lot of us, there is a population of people that date outside of race because of self-hatred. Self-hatred, angry at your people. You know, you got black women mad at black men and say, F black man, I'm going to get a white dude. That's the truth.
Right.
And you got black men that say, F these black women, I'm going to get me a white girl. Watch. Huckleberry Negroes. Yeah, you got that. You got people who have other agendas for going to another race. Right. That's real shit. So I would like to just express that to everybody, and that this boy right here is an example of a lot of motherfuckers that are like that. I didn't say everyone was like that, but a lot of you are like that. I believe, to me, that the percentage of people that actually love each other.
So in the middle of the video, what he's touching on is that what it is for a lot of our unrepentant people, it's a fetish.
Right.
That's what he's touching on in the middle of the video. And then even for the other nations, when they see our sisters or vice versa or whatever, all it is a lust that they want to fulfill.
Think about Hadassah.
I got it.
Suzanne, you just remember?
I got it full. Yeah. Go
okay,
ahead.
go ahead. You got it.
You got it. Hey, go to 7. Chapter 7. Esther 7. I was just gonna pull one little quick point.
That's all I was gonna do. I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let you bring it out.
7 and 1.
Book of Esther, chapter 7, verse 1.
Bring it out.
King and Haman.
Brother, anytime we talk
Not
about
Haman.
we say something about
It's not Haman.
This brother,
okay.
Like, damn, a Benjamite woman. Oh man, I really want that.
Haman is a different heathen.
Benjamitis.
Sisters, anybody out there, if you're an attractive young lady, put the camera on my brother right here, man. Look, man, it's a good brother right here.
Look into the camera.
It's a good brother right here, man.
863-877-0693.
Hey, man, if you're watching the show, man, find my brother. Help me find my brother wife, man. Go ahead. Hopefully you can read it right.
It says, so the king and Haman came to banquet with Esther the queen.
All right, jump down to verse 4.
Verse 4. For we are sold, I and my people, to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish. But if we had been sold for bondmen and bondwomen, I had held my tongue, although the enemy could not contravail the king's damage.
So what is going on here is Haman is plotting against the whole nation of Israel. Our foremother Esther was married to a heathen, King Ahasuerus. All right, read on.
Verse 5. Then the king Ahasuerus answered and said unto Esther the queen, who is he, and where is he, that durst presume in his heart to do so?
So who is it that's trying to destroy you and your people, my queen? Go ahead.
And Esther said, the adversary and enemy.
The what?
The adversary and enemy.
One more time.
The adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman.
And what was Haman's nationality?
Esau.
The so-called white man. The adversary and enemy.
Hey, what a precept where they wanted to kill off. Well, he said, this what they woman look like. We got to kill
Oh, that's a Judas. Yes.
You got it? Okay, yeah.
That's
Hey, I was just looking at it. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
I'll give you another example.
There you go.
Of these relationships they have with our woman, it ain't built upon the spiritual relationship or it's the connection or communication. It's simply beauty.
That's all.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
And that's why God told us, because all we have is beautiful women.
Right.
He said, don't take your sister for lust.
Right.
Because he understood all our Israelite sisters are beautiful.
Right.
Therefore, He said, hey, don't take your sister for lust. Now we're going to show
That's
you what
right.
the other nations, what their relationships built upon.
Bring it out, Cap.
Start at verse 12, though.
Judah chapter 10, verse 12.
Bring it out.
And took her and asked her, of what people art thou?
They say, what? Because I ain't never seen no sister that bad. God, dog. Where you come from? That's like you see a girl, you like, hey, you mix? What you mix with something? What you mix with? Read.
And whence comest thou? And whither goest thou? And she said, I am a woman of the Hebrews.
I'm a woman of the Hebrews. Read.
And am fled from them, for they shall be given you to be consumed.
Now read verse 14. Jump to 14.
Verse 14. Now when the men heard her words and beheld her countenance.
And what?
Beheld her countenance.
When they beheld her countenance, her face. Read.
They wondered greatly at her beauty.
They did what?
Wondered greatly at her beauty.
Right. That's like what you've been doing all class. You say something about a woman. Brother can't read right no more. They wondered greatly at her beauty. Read.
Wondered greatly at her beauty and said unto her.
Now jump down to 19.
Verse 19. And they wondered at her beauty and admired the children of Israel.
Hold on. She was so beautiful. You ever seen a sister so beautiful? You start being
inquisitive.
Inquisitive of the whole nation. You're like, hey, I need to look at the Moabites. The Moabites, they're some good people. No, only our sisters do that. Read.
And they wondered at her beauty and admired the children of Israel because of her.
Because of her beauty. Read.
And every one said to his neighbor, who would despise this people that have among them such women?
Right. Who gonna despise these people?
Who gonna make them mad?
Right. Like, bro, if we good with them, we might can get some of them sisters over there. That's like, you got that one brother in the hood that got like 8 sisters and all of them bad. You want to be on good terms with that brother. You trying to go over the house. You're like, dang, these sisters are bad. Read it again,
It says, who would despise this people that have among them such women?
Read.
Surely it is not good that one man of them be left. Who being let go might deceive the whole earth.
They said if these sisters get out, they gonna deceive the whole earth.
What?
Damn. So this is what we telling you, brothers. Y'all gotta love y'all sisters. And you sisters out there, God says that the black man is the gold upon the earth.
He's God.
He is the God on earth.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.